O lo whaanga soropea tātou tāpenanga mo le tari malo a Samoa i le whanatanga a taitai o malo le tau pulenga. O le au suia i le aso luofulu tasi i le aso luofulu ono o kitopa o le tausanga nei. O se tau au fianga tele, ma o se taimi mua le nei ua tari malo ai se atunu i titi o le Pasifika i le whanatanga le nei. O au kuso i le awhai se lau fitu se fulu na ofi atuai Samoa i le whalapotonga o malo o le tau pulenga. O le taimi nei e 5 ono atunu o lo o iai i le whalapotonga e au fiai malo mai le atu Afrika, Asia, Karipiane, Europa, ma le Pasifika. I le nei mautausanga o lo o tu maupea le una ia e le li o malo le tau pulenga e au fiai ma Samoa. Ma ta upu tau le ati nae, pulenga whaatemu kalasi, whaatawaina o ai atatau, mati ina o mata upu tau i le saulutonga. Ia o le file mu ma vaenga o ngaonga ua a fiai atunu ue pei o swinga o le tau. I le tarimalo ai o Samoa i le whanatanga i le nei tausanga. Ua filifili ai le autu, one resilient common future, transforming our commonwealth. O lo o whaatawaina le tasi o le whaamoemoe, mo se numanai e ngā whatia, ma whaawawina e ui le tele o whaafitauli, i le wawa ai lea, ini au wala e au pito sili o na le lei, e ilo ai le whetalai, ma le toe fuafuaina, whai unga mai le tofu sao uma o le to tele o tangata e iai. O le whaamamawhaina o le olanga whatia, ma le whaawau wina o se awala lea, e au whai uma iai tūlanga e maua ai le maupoponga o ai a tatau o tangata. O le fesosoani ini awala e Naomi ai e nisi tangata le fia maua o le se fesosoani. O le tofi le mu whaapere saunga le mu. Tātou te taritonu i le saili fufo i te tonu lava o le tātou watunu. Tātou te whaatawaina o whainga tonu whai whaatasi. Po le una ia o ni tūlanga ua ave i ai le whaataua whai tūlangi. E tāua tele ia manatu i le tātou tūlangi o le Pasifika. Ona o le au pito a awhia o tātou i whesuia inga o le tau. Ai mai se o le whaonga ina o le o ngā sami o le Pasifika o lau tātou nono fuai, e le lalolangi. E au noa ma le baba ai pe whaapea o na whaawawina ia o a tāua ma pūlenga le lei. O se avano tāua le nei mo se o tātou watunu, e whai sao ai ma tā upu tūpito, o le nei whono tele ato ai ma tonu whai o le a soala upu le ina. O lo ua whaailoa mai le awai uma o atunu ue 5 ono, i le li o malo le tau pulenga i le whanatanga. E tolu tupu ua fuafua e awhio mai, e au fiai lana mai estete le tupu o Peritania, o le tupu o Brunei, ia ma le tupu o Eswatini, o se tasi o malo o Afrika. Ai tolu sifuru whaulurunga o malo o le a awai mai. O tāpenanga le tātou malo, o loo whaatino ma whaafoe le komiti tele o tāpenanga, po le National Task Force. E se fululua komiti ngā lue o loo iai, ma o loo ngafa, ma Mataafa ioi mo vaenga uma tau ino fuanga mo le fono, a pitanga. Ta vale ma awala o whemala ngā inga mo le fono, puinga ma le saunga le mu, whesota inga ma whaalawi loa, le sitala ina o le au fono, ta umafa, ma tā upu tōngia mō le fono, ia ato ai ma porukalame whaapitoa o le a whaatino ai i le vai aso ua atofa mō le whanatanga. O a tātou tāpenanga o lo o waalua whaatasi ma le ofisa whailautusi o malo o le tāpulenga I lontona. Ato ai ma le tātou vaenga tū ma oti ma pisinisi. Mai ele o ititi foi le sao tāua o le pulenga ma malu ali I mwhaipule. O sao ao ma unga whapae o whaletua ma tausi. Ai mai se le maarosi o nuu. I le lango ina o le nei whamoe. E amatalia le fono I le aso luasfulu tasi anga I atu le luasfulu ono o kitopa. Ma ua atofa ai le vaenga o le tala whātai o apia. E afua mai le whalitari malo le taumea sina I motaa. E o atu le mauta fono o le pale mene ma le mauta whaamasino o Samoa. E avea manofuanga e tapu vaetasi I ai le nei tau au fianga. O le autelenga o le polkalame e amata I le fono e talanoa I nai tūlanga tau ai a tatau I le aso lusfulu tasi o kitopa. So o ai ma le fonotanga mo tūpulanga talavou, o le fonotanga tamaitai, fonotanga mo pisi nisi. O na so ai lea ma le tatalaina o le fonotele I le aso lusfulu lima o kitopa. O le tongala o pinga a taitai. E whaatino le aso luasfulu ono ato ai ma le fono a minista o le vai fafo. Ua fuafua e tolsfulu fitu por kalame whaapitoa o le a whaatino e le vai aso fonotanga, special events. Ma o le a whaatino uma I le mauta whaamasino I mulinu. Ua whamautu le lua afe o potu o whalitari malo, ma mauta taito tasi o whirifilia, atoa e ma le afe o potu ua tape naina I le vaameli tele, o le a taula I le wafu I matautu, e api ai usu ngā fono ua le sitala, ma ua mautinoa le malanga mai. O isi vaenga tā ua e peo le puipuinga ma le saunga le mu. O loo ua whaatulanga lelei e pei ona taimua ai le matanga luenga o leo leo, ma matanga luenga o lo ngafa ma o tātou tua oi whaavao malo. O le a ngā lulue whaatasi foi, ma tātou paanga masani e pei o Australia ma New Zealand, ma isi atunu o le Pasifika ua ofo mai le lātou whesoasoani. Ia e whapea foi le malo o Peritania. E whapea foi tūlanga o awala, ua fuafua e whamalanga ai tai o malo, ma o lato usu ngā fono, o lo ngā rurue ai le komiti, o lo ngafa mai e vaenga. O le porkalame whapitoa, mo le fio mai o le tupo Peritania, o le a whamautuina I se taimi lata mai. Samoa e ma eula o taurangalango I le tātou whamoemoe, I le matau atu I fioanga ma la alafanga I le tu I sisifo, I le malanga mai I le malaiva lele, o lo opuno wa I ai pulenga ma malu a ali I mawhaipule, ato ai ma tina ma tamaitai, o vainga mata ngofie I te unga o ai ma whawa ai. Ia o se whatupu ma losi, ma o lo o atangi ai le tātou loto nuu, ma le tātou tari malo, e ilo ai si o tātou atunu. Whaafitai tele le ngā lulue, whaamalo le tō wha. O le tatalo ma le nganga mawalalo, ia alofangia le tātou whaamoemoe. Ia mapo pea le tātou ngā lulue so tau au, ma ia tātou whaitatalo pea, ia au le atua mai tātou. E le fau le tali malo a Samoa, I lana tū, ma lana anga I winga tausili, o le laufonga fia, le whaaloalo, le alofa ma le anga le lei. Ia o nisi o vaenga uma o le tāpenanga I lona whaalauti leina, ia o le awhea ngai ma taitai fono o komiti ngalue mo le whaailoaina I le atunu. Ia manuia lau tāpua inga Samoa, ia manuia la asanga o tutoe o le nei aso, soifua. It is not very often that we gather to speak about the Commonwealth, but this year we are bringing the Commonwealth to Samoa and to our Blue Pacific continent. It is fitting, therefore, that we pay tribute to the Commonwealth of Nations, an important organization that Samoa joined in August of 1970, of which 9 of our Pacific Island Forum members are members of. Commonwealth Day is celebrated on the 11th of March every year, and commemorating this year the 75th anniversary of its journey and growth as a unique family of independent countries from Africa, Asia, Caribbean, and the Americas, Europe, and the Pacific. With its diverse membership, the Commonwealth comprises the world's largest to the smallest, and the low and high-income countries. Of the 56 members of the Commonwealth, 33 of the world's 42 small states are members. Samoa and 7 other Forum Island countries fall into this grouping of small states, comprising a mix of small island developing states, or SIDS, and least developed countries, LDCs. Since independence, Samoa has gradually joined many multilateral and regional organizations to bolster our political and development relations that have helped realize our development aspirations. Equally important, however, are the roles and functions that political institutions like the Commonwealth and the Pacific Islands Forum play in our development. These organizations bring together the political leadership of our countries to consider these very issues. For many of us, the Commonwealth has been a constant in our lives, seeking to promote and advance our shared goals of development, democracy, human rights, freedom, peace, and the interests of vulnerable states for and on behalf of 2.5 billion of our citizens, and in particular, our youth, women, and children, anchored in solidarity and the values and principles expressed in the Commonwealth Charter. The Commonwealth is a vital global partner for advocacy and support, particularly for small and vulnerable countries like Samoa. Collectively, we have an opportunity to respond and to make a difference. Our theme for the Samoa CHOGM 2024 is One Resilient Common Future, Transforming Our Commonwealth. Our focus is on resilience as a unifying approach that transcends the humanitarian, development, human rights, and peace and security pillars. The theme we have chosen will allow us to look at all the key pillars of the Commonwealth through a resilience lens. We strongly believe that we should focus on solutions and accelerated action. We speak from the collective experience of the Blue Pacific continent, where our Pacific Islands Forum leaders have declared climate change as the single greatest threat to the security and well-being of our people, where the ocean makes up 96% of our Blue Pacific region, and where we are amongst the first to most immediately suffer the impacts of climate change. This is not the first time that the Pacific has hosted a CHOGM, but it is the first time that a Pacific Island country like Samoa will host a CHOGM. Australia hosted CHOGMs in 1981, 2022, and 2011. New Zealand hosted in 1995. Vanuatu was scheduled to host the CHOGM in 2017, but rescinded its offer to host after Cyclone Pam devastated the country's infrastructure in March of 2015. These are the realities of our countries, and it is why the Commonwealth Ainga is important to us. As host and incoming chair of the Commonwealth, Samoa has an important opportunity to bring a unique perspective to the table and to contribute and influence discussions on all aspects of political and socio-economic development. Consistent with the spirit of our Commonwealth Ainga and guided by the Samoa, my government and I and the people of Samoa eagerly anticipate welcoming the Commonwealth family to our island home and to our Blue Pacific continent. We are working hand in hand with the Commonwealth Secretariat, with the invaluable support of our partners and the Commonwealth family, to ensure a successful, productive, and unique event, and to the further strengthening of the spirit of Commonwealth cooperation. To date, all 56 members countries have indicated their attendance and representation at CHOGM 2024 through 34 heads of state, including 3 monarchs from the United Kingdom, the head of the Commonwealth, Brunei Darussalam, and Eswatini. The rest will be represented by ministers of state. Samoa's preparations have been organized under the umbrella of the Samoa National Task Force, chaired by myself, the Prime Minister. There are 12 subcommittees which are co-chaired by the relevant chief executive officers of government ministries and SOEs under the coordination of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The Samoa Tourism Authority has begun not only a beautification program throughout the country, but has also invited villagers from the airport to the parameters of the meeting venues to adopt a country as a public relations welcome gesture to all our guests coming to Samoa for CHOGM 24. The conference peninsula extends from the Parliament buildings at Tiafau, along the coastline towards the east through Apia, Mataafa to port, where the cruise liner will berth to provide additional accommodation, and terminating at the Taumesina Island Resort. All these selected venues have been upgraded and refurbished. The venue for the official opening is the Tuanaimato Multipurpose Center. The meeting program generally is as follows. 18 and 19 October will be the pre-CHOGM Commonwealth Forum for National Human Rights Institution at the Sheraton Aggies Hotel. The 21st and 22nd of October will be the Commonwealth Youth Forum at the Efakasa Youth Hall. The 21st and 22nd of October will be the Commonwealth Women's Forum at the Tate Convention Center. Also on the 21st and 22nd of October will be the Commonwealth People's Forum at the Tānoa. The 22nd to the 24th of October will be the Commonwealth Business Forum held at Sheraton Aggies Hotel. On the 25th of October will be the conference opening at Tuanaimato Multipurpose Center. On the same day, the leaders' executive sessions will be held at Parliament House. On the 26th of October is the leaders' retreat at the Sheraton Resort at Muli Whanua. Ministers of Foreign Affairs will be meeting on the 25th and the 26th of October at the Taumesina Island Resort. 37 side events will be staged at the Ministry of Justice Courts Complex. Land-based accommodation is in accredited hotels, motels, private homes, and cater from about 2,000 rooms. Sea-based accommodation is on the cruise liner MV Explorer, which will provide about 1,000 rooms. The online portal for registration and accommodation went live on the 27th of April. Vehicles will be provided for all delegations to transport all delegates from the airport to places of accommodation and return on departure, transport to meeting venues, all events and functions. The government and the private sector are working in partnership to ensure that all transportation needs are met. The close locations of meeting venues will also be encouragement to delegates to walk from venue to venue. The selected road networks are under upgrading through the Land Transport Authority, with anticipation of a number of countries that will travel to Samoa using private aircrafts. A contract has been selected to provide assistance in slot management planning and ensuring that flight schedules are efficiently planned and that there is available parking spaces at the airport. Consideration has also been given to ensure sufficient fuel and aviation fuel supplies to meet the additional needs of CHOGM. All delegates from outside and those participating in Samoa must register online to enable access to meeting venues and events. The government of Samoa has agreed to a security arrangement working in collaboration with the governments of the UK, Australia, and New Zealand for security defence, given the presence of high-level guests, albeit ensuring that the security defence footprint is kept light. In this regard, Samoa also acknowledges the cooperation of our 7 Pacific neighbours to provide members of their respective police forces capacity building and appropriate equipment and tools to assist the Samoa Police Force. Donated security equipment are now operational at the airport and eventually at meeting venues and hotels. 40 special events other than the meetings proper will be hosted during CHOGM Week and include side events related to the theme of the conference and organized between accredited Commonwealth organizations and local partners, the Samoa Agricultural Show, photographic exhibitions, and musical performances. Some of these events are open to the public and will be held at venues outside the formal designated venues. Our public service is looked at as the main source for people to provide liaison services, drivers for the transport fleet, accessory services for the police and fire and emergency services, and upkeep of meeting venues throughout the CHOGM Week. All are required to take part in the relevant capacity building training for the remaining weeks before CHOGM. Over 149 media services have registered for coverage of CHOGM. Contracts have been let for additional internet services throughout CHOGM Week at all the venues. This first press conference is the beginning of the awareness program under the guidance of the Media Subcommittee. Branding work through billboards, banners are already in public display in the lead up to CHOGM Week. A separate but related program for the visit of Their Majesties is near finalization. Other related information on each of the meeting's components will be communicated through the chairpersons of the subcommittees. I wish you all a good day. Soifua.